Hello, good morning, folks. Good morning to all the gardeners. This is called the butterfly flower. I think this is the only variety that grows in the Caribbean. I know in the States there are pinks and there are whites and there are different colors, but this seems to be the one that has thrived in many gardens for quite a number of years. It is called, well, we call it the Buddleia, but I don't know if that is the correct name, but it looks a lot like a Buddleia. Over here, we have the pink pride of Barbados. I'm just going through the garden this morning, picking up pods and stuff like that and putting them aside because I'll be mowing the grass. It's supposed to have rained last night and all today, but it seems as if that wouldn't happen here. So I am just clearing in order to get a clear path for the drive mower. We have the longan trees, one of them. It is now shooting out a lot of green new growth. I have already bleached around it. As you can see, there's a path around the drip line. I did it probably about 2.5 to 3 weeks ago. So hopefully within a month's time, or just after 4 to 5 weeks, I should see flower buds coming up. And I keep looking at these new growth here to see if I see any little buds on it. But so far, I haven't seen any. But it is full of new growth. Lovely green. And I have several seedlings that I mean to pick up, dig up, and pot up. Quite a few. Over here is the flowers of the rainbow eucalyptus. Now this wood is an extremely hard wood here. The rainbow eucalyptus. And right now it is in bloom with lots of little flies that are attracting to pollinate. I'm hoping that the seeds are viable because I have tried planting the seeds before, but with very little success, or actually no success. They're quite pretty actually. Now this is the west side of my garden. Over here I have a guava tree that I did not plant. It was donated by possibly a bird or birds or a monkey. And I've been able to scrounge a few guavas because the birds get to them very early. Look, there's another one up here. Oh, ooh, right here. Let me see if I could work something out with one hand. Okay, this one here, the birds got to it. If you can see it. Ay. The birds got to it. You see what I mean? So this one here, whew, I have picked and it's pretty good, in good shape. And this tree bears almost year round. I didn't plant it. I have some that I've actually planted and they're not doing as well as this one. This could be what you call the common guava. Oh, let me bite off this little. I have a little thing here. I'll bite it off because I'll tell you what, no bird ain't getting it. It's a pink guava, and it's quite sweet. Delicious. I have here a bay leaf tree that was given to me by my mother many years ago. And this one is in bloom. As you can see some of the blooms. This is also known in some places as the bayram tree. Now we in the Caribbean know bayram as a coolant, which we use when we have fever or we want to refresh ourselves, and there's some tiny little seeds that are appearing. Normally the birds take these seeds and drop them all over the garden, and every now and then you see a lot of bay leaf trees popping up. Over here I have some soursop, and I have to remember to check it often. I think I see a little one on it, and a flower. I've recently laid down some irrigation because of the drought that we have been going through from last year, and I've recently put down the irrigation just in case the rains don't come. Over here I have a disgusted mulberry tree. All it does is grow tall and lingy. I don't know how many of you all know the term lingy, but this is long and skinny. I have trimmed it so many times, and it hardly ever produces as well. I have a few here, a few fruits that are coming up. But be jinx, I'm going to get rid of it. And there is another variety that is more of a dwarf type, and I've seen it producing tons and tons of mulberries. But this one, it is here and there, hit and miss. Look at a black one here. I will pick it. Look, I got a lot of ants on it, a lot of bugs moving about. You know what? Let me pass on that. I have a wax apple tree here growing, but if you notice the leaves all chang on the edges, I know this is done by a beetle, a little brown hardback beetle, and they usually operate at night. I don't know why they have to attack my trees like this, but that is all part of nature. Over here is a new addition. It's a pachira, which is a Guyanese chestnut. And I was told to plant it where water settles, because the roots will eventually grow and absorb and suck a lot of the water out of the ground. Wherever there's stagnant water, they love water. So hopefully this should do well. I have a couple more wax apple trees here, one here, and I also have some longans that I have planted some time ago. Now I come into my sapodillas, but I don't seem to be able to get any because of the birds. Every time I keep eyeing up one or two, saying, okay, I'll wait till they get a little bigger. You know what happened? The birds eat it. The birds get here before me. Anyway, one day I'm thinking of bagging some of them and see what happens. Over here, the pond is full, and a lot of the lotus seeds I had thrown in here are popping up. Lovely pads, and there should be some water lilies as well, because It's a seasonal pond, and whenever during the rainy season, the these pop back up again, and well, the lotus hasn't bloomed, but the water lilies do. Oh my God! I just saw the dogs are out, and they've just chased a monkey who was probably up in the mango tree. Where this monkey gone now? I see a bush, a branch shaking just now, and a shadow in the corner of my eyes run up a tree. Anyway, I don't know where Mr. Monkey gone. But he looked for a long time. I look at the dogs walking around, smelling around. I don't know where Mr. Monkey is. Hello, Bear. Bear, how are you? Bear ain't even taking me on. Reg? Red's running to the road, by the road. She doesn't go into the road. But she's there looking to see a man on a bicycle. And then she will run along the side of the property, not in the road, getting on like a real dog. Hello, Bear. Red, get your tail back in the house. Come on. I have to cuss the dogs every now and then. Here I have a lovely carambola. This is a very sweet one. And I'll tell you this. I have to try and get these before the monkey. Believe you me. We have a problem in Barbados with monkeys. We have invaded their territory by building a lot of housing, cleared a lot of the land, and of course when they're hungry, they will come into the settled areas where people are living, and obviously raid their fruit trees and vegetables. They're very destructive at times, and we do have a management process where there is a bounty on a monkey tail. When you kill it, you bring in the tail and you get paid. But many find that quite cruel. Look at Miss Reds. Miss Reds, where you going? Miss Reds! I know where she going now. Let me go and look and see where she off to. Reds! Get your tail in the house. Or get back up by the rest of the garden. I know where she gone now. But anyway. As you can see, the grass has grown. I mowed this thing about, I think last week or about 10 days ago. And I have to come back out and mow again. We have a mango here, a longan here, a wax apple that's struggling, but I'm trying with it. We have a jackfruit. Hopefully it's gonna like this spot. We have some star apple trees. I don't know when I'll ever get to taste the fruit, but I have them in the ground. Over here now, this is a beautiful palm. It is called the Bismarckia nobilis. And you know, I have another one. There are two of them in the garden. And you know, when I see them, they remind me of a wisp of smoke amongst the trees. Now, this palm grows pretty tall. Well, not too tall, but pretty large. It has a huge trunk. And these gorgeous fan-like fronds. Over here I have the cassia, the pink cassia, also known as here in Barbados as an apple blossom because of the, or cherry blossom, more like cherry blossom. And I think it's called the Cassia javanica. if I'm correct. Anyway, that is all. I'm gonna end off here, and a little while later I will make another video of some of the other plants in the garden. And oh, before I go, this is Teddy Theodore, also known as Teddy. Teddy, where you off to? Hey, hey boy. Hey boy, back in the house. Back inside. Everybody in the house. Everybody in the house. Okay, Teds. He's a gentle giant. And with this, I will say adieu and à prochaine until the next time. Bye.